My dad's death marked a turning point in my life. By removing the blinkers from my world and the world around me, I was granted a new sense of purpose. The purpose of helping those around me to cut through the conditioning that comes as part and parcel of being male, and to help young men obtain the courage to open up and expose the fragility lying just beneath the surface. I am not an expert on mental health, or grief, or youth violence. I don't have any formal qualifications to write about these subjects, but what I do have is several years' worth of word of mouth and hands-on experience, in addition to caring deeply about these topics. This book is aimed at all young people, but as a black man, I know about the trials and tribulations that black men face in trying to carve a path in an already overcrowded white person's world, and I write from a black man's perspective. I ask questions relevant to young black men, start the necessary conversations that concern black men, and listen to what young black men have to say. As a man of faith, I have always felt the need to help other people. I see it as my God-given purpose to do good in this world. Although my music is my passion, I place great value on the work I do mentoring young people. I joined the Eastside Young Leaders Academy and mentored secondary school kids when studying for my degree, and I have continued mentoring ever since. Through my charity, Mate, I provide opportunities for aspiring young musicians to launch their careers in the music industry. I am deeply involved in my work as an ambassador with the overseas development charity Tear Fund. I present a podcast called The Lost Tapes on grief and its impact on mental health, have given motivational speeches at venues such as Wembley Arena and the O2, and work as a broadcaster and documentary presenter for the likes of the BBC on matters relating to music and young people. This book is an extension of the many conversations I have outside and alongside my music career. Knowing that I can make a difference in young people's lives is my inspiration for writing Unspoken. I see this book as an older brother. An older brother cares. An older brother protects. An older brother is relatable. And an older brother is further along the path. The older brother knows that there is likely going to be a moment in your life when you come face to face with who you really are. I had that moment, and it took me a long time to set myself straight. I don't want you to have the same experience. I'm not even fully straight yet. I'm kind of like a bendy ruler. In this book, I dig deep to discover the man within, and I learn that only by being honest and attuned to my emotional self have I got a chance of cutting my teeth in this world. A world where survival does not rest on being the toughest, but on knowing who you are and having the confidence and the courage to show it. Note: all pictures referenced in this book can be found in the accompanying PDF. Chapter 1. First Generation Brit. I was born Isaac Charles Borte Borquay on a council estate in East London. My parents moved from Ghana to England in their early 20s with hopes of starting afresh and creating something meaningful for themselves and their children. Hard work was in their DNA, and every fibre of their being was dedicated to building something substantial and sustainable. I'm a first-generation Brit, and so were many other kids in the area. It was such a diverse place to live. We had working-class English people who had lived on the estate for generations, as well as Ghanaians, Nigerians, Algerians, Jamaicans, Dominicans, Portuguese, Polish, and so many more whose parents had moved to call this place home. Immigration is often a divisive word, but on an estate like mine, it united people, gave them common ground to stand on and build from. There were many conversations that showed me we were all different, but in a lot of ways, all the same. At the time, I thought my mental and emotional states when growing up were excellent, but the person I am today agonizes for the teenage Isaac. The truth of the matter is, I was emotionally debilitated, with melancholy filling up my days all too often. Pinning that down to one reason is tough, but first-generation Brits from a working-class background know that growing up in a deprived area comes with many problems, which don't always present themselves as negative. As I attempt to peel back the layers, the way I've come to understand my emotional immaturity is the fact that when I was growing up, there wasn't time to express emotions.